Everyone, Mr. DVB here. Today is going to be, or this episode I should say, is going to be the last episode in the Uncharted 4 Thief's End walkthrough. I've had a lot of fun doing this for you guys. It's been a journey. It's only, been a 4-day journey, but nonetheless it's been a journey. I've had, like I said, a ton of fun doing this, and I look forward to doing more walkthroughs for you guys in the future. I plan on doing The Last of Us next, and then when The Last of Us 2 comes out, I'll be playing that. Um, After The Last of Us, I think I'm probably gonna do Uncharted Lost Legacy and then Spider-Man. So lots of things, these are all gonna keep me busy over like the next month or whatever until the Last of Us Part 2 finally comes out. So, I just look forward to that day finally coming upon us because it's just a very anticipated moment of mine. But yeah, let's finish this off. So there's actually an achievement to, or a trophy I should say, to beat Elena's score in Crash Bandicoot. It's pretty hard. You can actually only do it during the epilogue because you get that extra life right there, which gives you a lot of health, or a lot of extra points. But let's see if we can beat it. I've already got the Platinum Trophy, so I've done it before. But I want to see if we can do it in this walkthrough. You don't actually have to, oh, yeah, that just fucking killed me. You don't actually have to get everything. You don't have to get every single fruit, but you do have to destroy the majority of the boxes. But we're gonna see if we can beat our record. I'm not gonna restart this checkpoint constantly until we do, though. I'm just gonna play to finish it. But yeah, no, I love this game so much. Like I said, this playthrough has really been my favorite in a while. It's really, oh no, we're not gonna beat it because, yeah, we're not gonna beat our score. But no, this has really been just an experience. Just replaying this game. And I actually replayed it twice in the last like month, I guess, or month and a half or so. And I don't know, something about it I enjoyed even more this playthrough. The last playthrough was just my platinum playthrough, right? So I wasn't really focused on the game that much as far as like the story. I was actually skipping all the cutscenes, to be honest. But this time around, I really just was putting my full focus on the game and just really, and like especially just reading those journal entries. It's something small, but yeah, I'm not gonna beat it. It's something small, but it just made me realize how much detail is packed into this game. I mean, that's obviously apparent when you see the game right off the bat, but you just get even more of an idea of it, and I love that. Yeah. I'm not even gonna bother trying to beat her score. I've made all the thumbnails for these videos. I hope you guys have liked these thumbnails. I've tried to make them look cool. Just updated the thumbnail for this one.
Where are they?
So here we are playing as Cassie Drake, the daughter of Nate and Elena. Naughty Dog's very first game. Gotta love that. So this is actually probably gonna be not a super long entry because I only have about, like, realistically 10 minutes left. Oops, I didn't mean to pick this up again. But I am going to, after this entry's done, kind of just talk about the story and, some stuff about this game. Right here we have...
So good.
What could this be? Some kind of book. Starlight 2. Okay. Not gonna say anything, but that comes up in The Last of Us Part 2, and I know that for a fact. That's Freeway. And then right here, something. The Last of Us American Daughters. So that's actually, kind of hinting at something in the second game.
I really should clean this up.
That is a hint at something that happens in the second Last of Us. Oh, but yeah, no. So much freaking detail.
Mom? Dad? Anyone? Yoo-hoo! Oh, that looks beautiful. Sorry, Sully. Wow, Sam looks so young.
You know, seeing all this first time around, this ending, like once it actually ends and the credits roll, brought a tear to my eye. Not gonna lie, just because, this series means so much to me. And it's just, I don't know, honestly, this has the perfect ending. Like, there's a lot of movie franchises I'm a huge fan of, sorry, and, honestly, none of their endings really come close to this. Like, I think this is honestly, out of all the franchises and whatnot I love, this is probably my favorite ending. Honestly, like, it's just such a great way to cap off this whole series. And, yeah, I know, but Cassie Drake, voiced by Caitlin Dever, who a lot of people want to play Ellie in the Last of Us TV show.
Mom has weird taste in music. I kind of like this one.
That's the music that played at the beginning. And this dog's name is Vicky, which is pretty funny because earlier, obviously, that scene where Sully was talking about if Nate gets a dog, he'll buy it. And then, you know, Nate's like, okay, well, can I name it Victor? And this is a female dog, but it's Vicky, so they still, you know, went with that whole idea, and I just love that.
Alright. But just this one. Alright. But this is the last one for today. Okay?
Is it really? Or are they not gonna let us do another one? Nope, that's it. Surprise. Scuba gear, lunch, underwater camera, fishing poles. Sounds like they got a fun trip planned.
Here we go.
And she's going to eat it out of the hand that she just grabbed the dog food with. I always found that kind of funny. I mean, it's dog food. It's not going to kill you, but I just always found that funny. We're sitting in a tiny cafe
Sam and Sully are coming to visit.
in the middle of a busy Havana street, drinking what might be the best goddamn espresso, I've had in my life. No job, no one chasing us. Retirement is weird. Good, but weird. Sam says tell him to stock up the fridge with less shitty beer before we arrive. His words, not mine. Sam is also reminding me that you lost the bet, to both of us, 12 months and counting, with no smoking. And I'm in Cuba, for God's sake. That's how good I've been. Anyways, send the girls our love, tell Cassie to warm up the backgammon board. I want my rematch. Looking forward to seeing the gang in a couple of weeks. Your pal, Victor. And then there's a photo of Sam and Sully. And, yeah. Is there anything else in here that I can do collectible-wise? Not really collectible, but, you know, just any things I can pick up or check out. Isn't there a garbage can in here somewhere? Thought you could throw out this apple.
Hey! Off she goes.
So, this is probably meant to be like... What the heck? I love that she just tosses it off to the side. That's just great.
Taj Mahal, here I come. Just a few more weeks.
Nice. They're going to India. This is probably meant to be like... Hawaii, maybe?
Perfect day. Now all we need is the rest of our boat crew.
I'm not entirely sure. They never actually state where they are. But I've always kind of guessed, like, Hawaii or some place like that. I mean, you got the palm trees. I don't know. I don't think it's, like, a different country. But I could be wrong.
Well, the car's here. Maybe they were abducted by interdimensional beings.
Okay, that's it.
Maybe they just walked to the store.
That's probably an Indiana Jones 4 reference in a way. Interdimensional beings. I've actually never went this way, to be honest, so I'm kind of exploring. I want to see if I can... Can you go into the house of this door? No. Maybe they are abducted by interdimensional beings. That's pretty funny. Oh, there's the apple. We found it. Uncharted 5, The Tale of the Lost Apple. Yeah, my guess is that this is still... I'm gonna say Hawaii. Or is it the island? The island from the, from earlier on. Probably not, obviously. Well, definitely not, obviously.
Nothing? Okay. Hey, Vicky. Okay, girl. Where's Mom and Dad? All right, go find them. Go. Really? Fine. I'll find them myself. The food's all here.
Okay, before I go in there, I just want to see, is there anything... So you can go around the house and stuff. I just don't think there's anything to see. Is there anything out here? Is it just going to be a dead end? Not just a dead end. Certainly looks like a nice place to live, I'll give them that. Seems like the kind of place Nate and Elena would want to live.
And not here either. Okay, I guess I'll just wait then. Got the search area narrowed down quite a bit.
So they're looking for something.
Whoa. Good job cleaning this up. You figured it out.
Nate, Elena, and Sully. Lots of cool photos of them.
Oh, yeah, I was hanging out with Sully for this one. Oh, this was definitely my favorite dig. Look at you all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
I know I'm taking a long time here. I just, honestly, I don't think I've actually fully explored this whole place since I first played the game. And that's obviously, 4 years ago in a few days, so... Just want to check it all. Dang. So this is probably, my guess is 15 years later. I don't know how old she's supposed to be. She seems I used to think she was 12, but she honestly seems slightly more mature than that. So I wonder if she's almost 15 or so.
So goofy.
So yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to say this is
He left his keys. He left his keys.
I don't know, maybe 16 or so years later.
No way. There's just no way. Whoa. I knew it. Kind of creepy. Kind of cool.
Spanish doubloon?
Pirate coin. Kinda looks like Avery's sigil. Wait, is it Avery's sigil? What is this? Whoa, nice, gun holster, Dad.
Oh, photo of Nate and Sully from Uncharted 1 up there. Cipher disc from Uncharted 3.
16th century. Where's this from?
On the right there, that photo of the desert, is that like the generic Apple? I'm pretty sure that's the Apple, like the generic Apple background on computers is always that photo on like Mac. I thought that was kind of hilarious.
Weird.
I love all the little music cues when you pick up these things from like whichever game they're from.
Is that a bullet hole? A Spanish doubloon. But from where? Hello. Wow. Oh my god.
Oh, we've already read that.
Whoa.
We've already read all of this, actually, I believe.
The Gunsway heist? Wait, did you go looking for Avery's treasure? No way. Is that Dad? Sig Parvis Magna. Greatness from small beginnings.
Found this on this old found this on my old camera. Thought you might like to have it. Elena.
What the hell? Oh shit. Crap.
Hey, there you are.
Hey.
Been looking for you. What are you doing in here?
Looking for you guys.
Come on, we loaded up the boat. It's ready.
Cool. I'll catch up with you guys in a sec.
Why?
I just need to,
What's up, Cassie?
Okay. Don't be mad. Hey, I said don't be mad.
Keys. So, what did you see?
Nothing really. Well, just that photo of you two and Sully. With a bunch of Spanish-looking treasure. And a shotgun.
This is bound to happen sometime. Maybe we should just tell her.
She's not ready for it.
Ready for what? All that crazy shit in there?
Language.
Yeah, language.
Sorry. But you guys are literally keeping skeletons in your closet. Or at least a silver skull of some kind.
You know, I don't think I'm ready for this. Really.
Nate, it's time to have the talk.
Yeah, it's totally time. Wait, which talk are we talking about here?
She's just a kid.
She's older than you and Sam when you started all of that.
That is different, and you know it.
Okay, look, if you guys were into some shady stuff, it's totally cool. But I think I'm old enough to know about it, right?
Old enough. How old are you again?
Haha, funny. Mom?
All right.
Well, let's see. For me, it started when this guy called me up with a scoop on a massive historical find. It sounded like a complete fraud.
Yeah, handsome fraud.
No, I hadn't even met him
Oh,
yet.
she knew. She knew.
So this fraud says, if you fund the trip, then I'll give you the coffin of Sir Francis Drake.
And for the record, I totally delivered.
Yeah, you delivered us into the hands of Indonesian pirates.
No, come on. You know I had nothing to do with
Okay,
that.
guys, time out. You're saying that you were attacked by pirates after you found the coffin of Sir Francis Drake. Is that right?
Yeah, that's
pretty much
right.
it. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Language.
Crap.
Better.
Alright, so keep going.
You know what? The sun is up. Boat's ready. Wind is just right. You want to continue the story? I say we do it on the water. Come on.
Well, wait, what'd Francis Drake look like? Was it gross?
Actually, he wasn't in there. Yeah, just his journal with a map to El Dorado.
The City of Gold?
That's the legend. Turns out it was just a statue. A cursed statue.
No way, seriously?
Yeah, seriously. But I'll get back to that later. But see, the map led us to the
So there you have it, guys. That is Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Not only my favorite Uncharted game, but probably my favorite video game, honestly. Yeah, that is definitely the best walkthrough, or the best playthrough I've had of this game since my first time playing it. And again, this is probably my 7th or 8th time. There's just so much to talk about. I don't know where to begin. Let's just listen to this amazing score for a second. Best part of the theme right there. But yeah, just an incredible game. I mean, I love the more grounded story that it has compared to the first three, because, well, not necessarily the first three, but mostly 2 and 3, because 2 and 3, you know, especially 2, are, like, more supernatural. And even the first game was, because there was, like, those mutated, cursed Nazis, but, you know, they were more supernatural and stuff, whereas this was more grounded and realistic. You know, it's like a pirate story, and it's just all this treasure, and then you have this crazy backstory where it's, like, everything that happened with, Henry Avery and Thomas Tew turning on all the other pirates, the colonists. Just this really, really cool, interesting story that I loved unraveling, and it's even better when you find all these notes and just kind of get little more of a peek into that timeline. But I just love the more mature themes in this game. You know, how they handled Nate in this game with him being retired. Yes, the game is slower in parts, and that's like the most common complaint I see, is that it's slower and that the gameplay is a lot of climbing. For the first part, I mean, it's slower, but in the end, I think that's what makes it so great, because you get so much depth and development with Nate's character. So I love those slower levels where it's, just him and Elena at their house, kind of reminiscing on the previous games, showing how Nate, he's done with that life, right, to a degree. Like, he's done treasure hunting, he has a wife now, and he has this new life. But at the same time, he still misses that adventure. And then his brother's alive, and his brother tells him, like, listen, Nate, I am in trouble, I need your help. And Nate lies to Elena to help his brother. And then obviously there's that great twist, in my opinion, where it turns out this entire time Sam's been lying, and Rafe actually got Sam out of prison. But Sam's like, I needed your help because you're just so good at this. And I just love that. That's a great twist. Very well executed. And there's just so many great things in this game's story. I mean, gameplay-wise as well, it's just so much more evolved than the previous games. You have all those just fantastic, new elements of the gameplay, like little small things like the rope swinging and the rock slides, but they just get so fun when they are, thrown together in combat and all this stuff, because it just makes it really exciting. They added the thing where you can jump and then punch enemies, like just these fun takedowns. The animations are so smooth. I think that's the thing Naughty Dog's best at out of every video game company I can think of, is the animations. So smooth and seamless. It's incredible. So they truly did just a masterful job with this game. Concluding Nate's story, like I said, I mean, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, this is another great score, by the way, but they all have, not as much with Star Wars with Episode 9, but I guess more with Episode 6, they all have these great, conclusive endings, and, well, you love those franchises and you're so attached to them, you want them to end in a way, right? You want a great game that sends off the franchise in a perfect way and wraps up everything beautifully. And all those franchises do that, Star Wars with Episode 6, and this game does that for the Uncharted franchise. And to be completely honest, out of all those franchises I just mentioned, this one actually might be my favorite ending. I'd have to really think about that, but it's such a beautiful note, right? Because you get just that photo of them from the first three games, or from the first game, I mean, the three of them, and just the score, and it's just like, this is the end, and it just hits home, and it's a beautiful moment that just caps off this franchise in such an excellent way. And I have no problem with them making spin-offs, right? It's the same way I feel about Harry Potter and Star Wars. I'm okay with them making spin-offs and diving into other elements of that movie or game's universe. I think the main character and that storyline should be over with. Harry Potter is over, but we still get to see the Wizarding World through Fantastic Beasts. Star Wars is over, at least for now, and we get to see that franchise through, continue on in the Star Wars galaxy through alternate characters. Although that being said, I do think they should just let Star Wars die at this point. I think we're getting too much Star Wars at once, but, yeah, I mean, I would love a fifth game, honestly, if it was Sam and Sully, kind of taking place after 4, and because I think honestly after this mark where the game ends, where you see Sam and Sully have given up on smoking, which is pretty great. But I think at that point, my guess is that Sully's for sure retired, and I imagine Sam's probably retired as well. So my guess is it's you could have a game set in between those 15 years. And it'd be great. And honestly, I like how this game doesn't kill off anybody. Normally, when it comes to a thing like this, I like seeing a main character or a very big character die, right? Because it just adds weight to the game. And this game didn't kill off anybody, but I'm completely fine with that because I don't think it needed to, right? I think it would have been a much worse ending to have Nate killed off or Elena and Nate divorce or something like that happen, right? Where there's consequences. Hardcore consequences. Maybe Sully could have died. That would have been so emotional to see, but that's the one I've always thought about. But even then, I mean, just that little note at the end where it's like, oh, I've given up on smoking and I'm in goddamn Cuba. It's like, you know what? Honestly, he didn't need to die. Nobody needed to die. I thought maybe Sam was going to die at first with that whole scene, but obviously Nate finds a way to save him, and it's all perfect. It's just an amazing conclusion, and I cannot give Naughty Dog enough props for just the incredible job they pulled off here. from every element. The score, I mean, a lot of people think that this might have the weakest soundtrack in the franchise. I honestly think it has one of the strongest. I mean, it might even be my favorite soundtrack in the franchise. You know, it just fits perfectly with what the game is. And Uncharted 4, like I said, it's just, without a doubt, my favorite Uncharted, and probably my favorite game. My very close runner-up is The Last of Us, and that'll be the next game I'm playing. But yeah, no, just incredible franchise that means so much to me. I'm gonna be making a video, which I hope to upload on May 10th. That's my plan, the 4-year anniversary of Uncharted 4. Covering that, talking about the whole franchise from beginning to end. I have to write that soon, but I do want to make that video and kind of just discuss everything about this series. But yeah, no, it's truly just amazing what they managed to do here. With just the themes and everything. I love Sam as a character, Out of all the companions Nate has in these games, the ones that you spend the game with for the most part, I'd say Uncharted 1, obviously Elena. Uncharted 2, Chloe. Even though Elena does show up, I'd say Chloe's kind of like the main person you spend it with. Uncharted 3 is definitely a Sully and Nate story, and this is Sam and Nate. And well, I have more of an attachment to to Sully and Elena. I think that just in their core game, I think that Sam and Nate has the strongest relationship. You have these funny parts where they're like, he says like, Nate mentions smoking and how he should stop smoking, and then Sam's like, thanks, Father Duffy. Like, just these very fun, character moments. But yeah, no, I love this game. Rafe, I think, is the best villain in the franchise. Again, he has pretty minimal screen time. He only has maybe 5 or so scenes he's in, after the whole prison thing at the beginning. But he steals every scene he's in, right? Like, he has this attitude where it's like, he comes across as such just a little punk, like this little entitled, company guy who you just don't like. But there's something so great about that as well, You don't need villains that are always tough, like, intimidating, because he's still intimidating in my opinion, honestly. Like, you don't need these villains who are always like these tough, strong guys who don't who are just like pure evil, right? Like, villains like this, weaker ones who just have these explosive personalities, those work for me, honestly. I just like these kind of weaselly villains, and I think Rafe's just the best Uncharted villain to me. I love the actor who played him does a fantastic performance, and he's a really great character. So yeah, I really have no flaws with this game. Like I said, people talk about the climbing sections. It didn't really bother me this time around, honestly. It never has, but I really didn't think about it that much when playing it this time around. It's used more than it was in the previous games, but I don't know, it doesn't bother me. So, great game, looks amazing too. Beautiful graphics, everything. I mean, I don't have much else to say except for thank you guys for joining me on this walkthrough. I'll see you guys next time. I'll be doing The Last of Us. It's May 1st now, so I'll honestly probably start The Last of Us very soon. My guess is probably start it within the next I don't know, maybe a few days. Probably start it by about Sunday or so. And I'm probably gonna rip through that series or that game as well. Because I ripped through this one pretty quickly in 4 days. I think Last of Us might even take me less time. We'll see. But yeah, thank you for joining me, guys, and I will see you all next time. Chris, the only guy that actually watched this. I hope you enjoyed this game. I hope you liked it as much as I did. Get a PS5 and play it. That's all I can say. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this, and as always, I will see you on the next video. Bye.